The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And welcome back into the Wicked Weed studio. I'm Tank Spencer, Brian Haynes alongside, rolling here in the Sportsocracy, wickedweedbrewing.com. Check them out at wickedweedbrewing.com, Wicked Weed Brewing. Drink different. The Sportsocracy off-season reviews continue right here in the Sportsocracy with
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
I mean, this one's going to be easy to do. We should just end the video right here. All 22 starters from the Super Bowl back. This is going to be done. It's over. 20-0. Screw it. We're moving on to 2022. I mean, no one else needs to show up.
Never lost.
Never gonna lose.
Never lost.
In 2021.
Tank Spencer, the biggest Buccaneers fan in the history of mankind, who has been in Super Bowl for several months since the Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
And I have to tend to agree with him a little bit because we have not seen this happen before. Nope. We have not seen a Super Bowl team bring back all 22 starters, all top 36 of their, on both sides of the ball, the snap counts. I mean, so they're basically brought back the entire team that won a Super Bowl last year. Now,
the problem
is Tom Brady is old. Okay? I thought he was going to fall off the cliff 4 years ago. I was completely wrong. When is that going to happen? He can't defy father time forever.
True.
It's not like a lot of these players are still, and a lot of these they're getting a little bit older in their piece. They still have a lot of getting Chris Godwin to sign back with them was pretty magical.
Yep. Getting all of them to re-sign was magical.
Right.
When we were watching I was watching the championship parade because nobody else could stomach it, and Bruce Arians and Jason Light got up on the stage there, and they're like, "You're getting a contract. You're getting a contract. Everybody's coming back, and we're going for 2." We were all thinking, this is not going to happen. There's no way that you can get Chris Godwin and Shaq Barrett and Levante David and Rob Gronkowski and Ndamukong Suh and Leonard Fournette and Donovan Smith and all of these guys. There's no way that you're going to keep all of this together. No way. Well, salary cap magic is what salary cap magic is, and guess what? They're bringing everybody back from a team last year that, they had their struggles through the season. Yes, we were 12 weeks into the season, and I was thinking, this is not a championship team.
7-5.
This is right. We're 7-5 going into the bye week, and Tom Brady didn't look comfortable in the offense, and now with the offseason news that we've seen, they've been talking about how Tom Brady said, I didn't really get a grasp of the entire playbook until about the bye week last year. And then you saw things come together. The defense started playing incredible. The offense was still scoring points, even when it seemed like a struggle at times for them to do so. The defense was keeping them in games, forcing turnovers like it was 2002 all over again. This is a very young team that has superstars in the mix, and they are headed up by the oldest quarterback that we have ever seen win back-to-back Super Bowls.
Wait, you mean they got to win this year before they win back-to-back Super Bowls?
Yeah.
So you've melded in.
Done.
You've melded in.
Done. Ever since Kermit the Frog said the other day that he's going for 20-0, Tommy hasn't had a perfect season either, thanks to your friggin' Giants.
Yeah.
So thank you
One giant loss, baby.
So thank you for piling that on. Tom Brady wants to complete the perfect season.
I'm sure he does.
I really think that's going to happen? No, I don't really think it's going to be a perfect season. He's got a better chance of
seeing Jesus walk through here in biker shorts.
There is no doubt about it. But, there's, this is a tight-knit group. I mean, they brought in, one other guy? Geo Bernard, I think, is the only guy that was off of this team that they have added in this offseason.
And what a great pickup. I think, they were bringing in guys like LaShawn McCoy and things like that. I think those guys were already really kind of past their prime, and what did they really have to offer? Right. Gio Bernard is a guy that, when asked to over the last couple seasons, because Joe Mixon is constantly hurt, has shined in a terrible team. But now you got Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, and Gio Bernard, and I mean you still have last year's Keyshawn Vaughn, who, who knows what he's ever going to do. He might just need to wait like 3 more years before he actually gets playing time.
I mean, he's not going to get much this year. They are sold on Leonard Fournette. They are sold on Ronald Jones. Gio Bernard coming in, he's going to be the guy that catches a lot of passes out of the backfield. Even though Leonard Fournette does have good hands, Ronald Jones is a capable receiver out of the backfield. The problem with those two guys is they don't get yards after the catch. I mean, Leonard Fournette could catch 17 balls in a game, and he's going to net like 25. 10 yards. Yay, Leonard Fournette. And that's what Gio Bernard was brought in to do. He was brought in to get yards after the catch out of the backfield. They're all going to play their role, and, I can't foresee this team doing anything short of making it back to the Super Bowl. It's hard for me to wrap my head around, not just because I'm a fan, but because I would honestly say this about any other team that just won the Super Bowl and brought everybody back. There's no glaring hole other than in the secondary for this team.
It was crazy.
Even in the playoff stretch, those guys in the secondary that were getting hammered by Buccaneers fans throughout the season, they shaped it up. They figured out a way.
Yeah.
And can they do it again? Chances are, probably not. But we do know this. They are going to have a lot of wins on this schedule this year.
When you can get after the quarterback the way that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can and showed you in the last half of the season last year, it kind of hides some weaknesses in the secondary.
Right.
Obviously, you'd like that secondary to be a little bit better so you can get more pressure on the quarterback. But I think in turn, you're looking at it, I mean, God almighty, it just seemed like every drop back there were quarterbacks were under pressure over the last half of the season, especially in the playoffs.
In the draft, they went through and they got Joe Trion with the final pick in the first round. Joe Trion is a guy that I think is going to be a great developmental pass rusher in this system, in this Todd Bowles system. I mean, he's a younger version of Jason Pierre-Paul and Shaq Barrett. Am I saying the talent level is there? No, it's not there yet. But what I'm saying is he's 6'5", blazing fast. He's got moves. He can put pressure on quarterbacks, and he's going to be used as the spell guy.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. You went into the draft not really needing anything because you had re-signed everybody. All of your holes had been filled. Would a cornerback have been nice? Sure. Okay, we get Chris Wilcox from BYU in the 7th round. That's not what I'm talking about. I was looking at like an Asante Samuel Jr., somebody that can be an impact. But they believe in the guys that they have.
Yeah.
They believe in Sean Murphy Bunting and Carlton Davis. I mean, these were dudes before last year, and now they're good dudes. Now they're dudes with experience. And so, can it improve? Yes, it can. But is it really repeatable? Is the answer, or is the question?
I mean, Tampa is one of the top 5 teams in the NFC,
no doubt,
and they're one of the top 5 teams probably in the NFL. I mean, it's they are built to make another run. The only thing that matters is healthy Tom Brady. If they have a healthy Tom Brady throughout the entire season, he can keep up what he's been doing, which is unbelievably I can't even believe he's still doing what he's doing at this age.
Yep.
I mean, hibernation chambers, avocado toast, and freaking Uggs boots must be the key to the freaking fountain of youth, because I don't understand it. I don't get it. But this team goes where he goes. If he's healthy, this team's going to be really, really good and going to make a deep playoff run. If he's not healthy, then I just don't know what's going to happen after that.
Right. I think they did really well in the draft. They got everybody returning. Obviously, that is their best off-season addition.
Yeah.
Is everyone.
Yeah.
The fact that you could get everyone back. Yes, they need to do some things at cornerback, but there's not really any room for that right now. You're tied in with Jamel Dean and Sean Murphy Bunting and Carlton Davis. You're going to roll with this. You got Antoine Winfield Jr. back there in the secondary as well. I think the defense is lined up pretty well. Jeremy has selected Jalen Darden as the rookie contributor for this team. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to say it's going to be Joe Trion. He's going to have the biggest impact on this team. Here's the thing. I like Jalen Darden. He's really fast out of North Texas.
He's the sixth wide receiver.
He doesn't have a place. Right. There's not really a place on here. And granted, Mike Evans gets banged up. Chris Godwin gets banged up. Seems like those guys stay hurt. Antonio Brown, do you know if he's going to be able to hang through the entire season and not miss a game? No, you don't. But you got Scotty Miller and Tyler Johnson. Jalen Darden is the sixth option at wide receiver.
That's how sick this team is.
Exactly.
It's stupid.
And no doubt, the value fantasy player for this team is going to be Antonio Brown.
I got a feeling he's going to have this, like, if Antonio Brown doesn't do Antonio Brown things, a full season, a full off season with Tom Brady, a full season with Tom Brady. I have this weird feeling that Antonio Brown is going to end up having 70 to 80 catches, over 1,000 yards, 8 or 9 touchdowns. Just somehow, some way, they're going to find a way, because this team's going to score some points, man. And Mike Evans and Chris Godwin can't catch every single touchdown. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to throw the ball, they're going to get it around. There's going to be games. And who do you key on? That's why Antonio Brown is going to be so big in this offense, because you can't double team Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and leave Antonio Brown open like that. You can't. If you double team one of those guys, the other's going to be open, and that's why I can just see it being like crazy good this year, and it really, it's going to be nuts.
It is going to be nuts, and I'm frankly, I'm all here for it. You know what else I'm all here for? The Sportsocracy, supported by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right. It's the 4.0.
Wow.
This trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to the advanced skin-safe technology. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer. Use our promo code Sportsocracy. Get 20% off of your purchase, as well as free shipping worldwide, all by using the code Sportsocracy at manscaped.com. Don't forget, manscaped.com, Sportsocracy promo code, 20% off, and free shipping worldwide. Your balls will thank you.
Absolutely. And anybody knows when you're bringing sharp things around your nuts area, you want to make sure that you have them like protected pretty well. This 4.0 is going to make it seem like you're not even doing anything down there. You go down there, hedge the trimmer, trim the hedges, so to speak, and let everything just clean up, and your balls are going to be so happy sitting there in your shorts and just be like, yeah, summertime's here, and I got clean balls.
No,
nothing better.
I just put images in my head that I did not need. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Look, you guys rag on me all the time.
I know
because
we do.
My team won the championship, first time since 2002.
Of course we would. If any of our teams would have won the championship.
Of course. Tom Brady comes in and he saves the day in year 1, turns this team into, and also ran into being, the cream of the crop in the NFL. But here's the thing. Let's look at the record projections here. We got Caleb and Jeremy both with 14 wins. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Me and Tommy are there at 13-4. You're there at 11-6, which I think you're drunk on that, but there is a possibility because Tampa Bay does have this little problem of losing games that you expect that they should win. And so I'll give you credit for that. I mean, I'm looking at the schedule right now, and we're at the Los Angeles Rams in week 3. That's a game you could very well lose. At New Orleans, it doesn't matter how good or bad New Orleans is, and honestly, I don't know that the downfall for New Orleans is going to be as stark as many of us predict it's going to be this year anyway, but playing down in the Dome in New Orleans is always tough. At the Washington football team, who has improved and gave us a scare in the playoffs last year. You got to go to the Indianapolis Colts. You got to play the Buffalo Bills at home. There are some losable games on this schedule, no doubt about it.
They played the New York Giants this year. You know, they had a little bit of trouble with them last year. Ended up with the victory. Had a little bit of trouble with them. So, you know, that's a winnable game.
I mean, this is a rematch. It's a rematch on Monday Night Football. This time it's not in New York. This time it's down in Tampa Bay.
With a full stadium and cannons firing off off, by golly.
I don't
do it
Fire
again.
them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
Goddamn, I love Gene Deckerhoff, and I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I am so ready for this season to get going because I want to see if it can actually happen. It's the only time that I've ever been a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan and actually felt like, you know what, we do kind of have the opportunity to go back-to-back here.
Yeah. And just live it up while you can, because in a few years, this team is going to be horrible.
Oh, yeah.
You got these next couple years to live it up in the sunshine, and then the contracts start to, you push this can down the street a little bit, and it's going to get real, real bad. But live it up while you can.
Basking in the sunshine.
You know, you and the friends at the Bucs Nation.
Of Tom Brady's greatness.
Yeah.
That's exactly where we are right now, and we are all riding this train. Bruce Arians is going to ride this thing right into the Hall of Fame, I have a feeling.
Oh, yeah, well,
I
hey.
really have a feeling. I mean, because by the end of it, he could have 6 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
All to himself.
His Kangol hat will be like sitting there on his bust, and it'll be ready to rock and roll.
That's right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, A+++++++++ off season, and they are going to be at the top of the NFL all season long. And of course, we will have your coverage right here in the Sportsocracy all throughout. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Brian Haynes. Be sure to hit that subscribe button today, and don't forget to catch us live every weekday morning at 9-ish right here in the Wicked Weed studio. WickedWeedBrewing.com. Drink different. We'll see you next time.